Hi, Murray has laryngitis and he has completely lost his voice, but he wanted to make a video, so I'm his wife, Marcia, and I'll be narrating this video for you. In this video, I'll be discussing the outlook for the month of December. But before we get started, I want to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can click on the subscribe button at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Also, remember, if you want extra details regarding the weather of the Ohio Valley, I'd love for you to join my pro site. You can join at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather. Now, in this first graph, I want to remind you that it is currently a lot of snow over the Northern Hemisphere. Notice on the map that all of Russia and much of Europe and Asia are now covered by snow. In addition to that, you can see that that Alaska, all of Canada, and Greenland are all covered by snow as well. And you can see that the snow covering is moving down into the lower 48 states. Remember, because of snow's high albedo, it affects most radiation back to the space. And so the snow cover increases. It reinforces the cold air, which increases the chance that it'll be colder moving forward. Now, let's take a look at the ENSO. As you can see from the graph, the Pacific Ocean waters are hovering near 1 degree below normal. And as I have said in the last video, this means that we are very near a moderate La Niña. So La Niña is expecting to continue to influence our weather for at least the next several weeks. The map shows just how La Niña influences our weather. The cold waters cause a high pressure system to set up over the Pacific Ocean. The high pressure system then causes a strong ridge in the polar jet stream, which causes it to veer northward near Alaska. This then also causes a trough in the eastern United States, which pulls colder than normal air southward into the Ohio Valley. So La Niña helps to weaken the polar vortex, which increases the chance of colder weather for us. This pattern can further enhanced by the AO, which is shown by the graph. Remember, when the AO is positive, the polar vortex is strong and it keeps the Arctic air trapped inside the Arctic Circle. But when the AO gets negative, the polar vortex weakens, allowing the Arctic air to spill over into the lower altitudes, which often includes the Ohio Valley. Well, as you can see from the graph, I am still expecting that the AO will be mainly negative during the month of December and the whole winter for that matter. This map shows that the polar vortex at the 10 millibar level, which is basically the stratosphere. Looking at the polar vortex at this level helps us to better visualize what it is doing without any obstructions from the ground to influence. And as you can see from the map, the polar vortex is currently very strong and is currently a tight circle over the Arctic. This is why we are currently experiencing warmer than normal temperatures. But in the coming days, I'm expecting that to change. Now, this next map is for December 1st. Notice that by this time, the polar vortex is expected to begin stretching, so it is no longer a circle, but rather elliptical shaped. This is a sign of the AO going negative and the Arctic air moving into the lower latitudes. Again, it looks like this will start between December 1st and December 3rd. The next map is for December the 8th. Notice that by the 8th, it appears that there could be two centers of circulation, or in other words, what we call a split polar vortex. When the polar vortex split, it often allows warm air to enter the polar regions, which then causes the Arctic air to be displaced extremely far to the south. Often the coldest temperatures that we see during the winter are the results of a split polar vortex. The CFS model is already picking up on all of this. This map shows the temperature anomaly for December 3rd. Remember, this corresponds to the day that the polar vortex is expected to begin stretching. And as you might expect, the CFS is showing temperatures around 10 degrees colder than normal for the Ohio Valley by the 3rd. Keep in mind, the average high temperature in Columbus, Ohio on December 3rd is 45 degrees, so we could be looking at highs in the mid-30s. Look. The next map shows that the cold temperatures will be likely reinforced around the 6th of December. And then more cold air moves in around the 8th. And then around the 14th, we see even colder air move in with temperatures around 20 degrees below normal. By the 14th, the average high in Columbus, Ohio is 42 degrees. So this would mean that we would see high in the mid-20s. Finally, we see that around December 18th, that even colder air moves in, which temperatures near 30 degrees below normal. The normal temperature in Columbus, Ohio on December 18th is 41 degrees. So this means that we could see highs in the teens. Now beyond the 18th, it's looking iffy. Some of the models Some of the model runs have suggested that the cold weather will continue through Christmas, but others are showing a warm up in the week of Christmas. Also, keep in mind these maps were based on yesterday's run of the CFS model. Each run will look slightly different, but the bottom line is that December is looking to be cold. Now, of course, with each of these Arctic blasts, there will also come the possibility of snow. And as you know, I'm definitely expecting more snow than normal this year. And it's looking like this could begin during December. Well, again, if you like these videos, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, I'd love for you to join my pro site. You can join at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather.